lump sum.
I never change, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dirty sort of treat me like a stain, yeah, yeah, yeah. Do whatever, get you paid, yeah, yeah, yeah. Roll it from the cradle to the grave, yeah, yeah, yeah.
On my hood, on my block, yeah. On my, I won't stop, yeah. Play with me, let it, yeah. Halo on me, Sailor Rock, yeah. Got me with the school, keep one, move, you my little baby boo, I love you like my favorite.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, the passing game will be a focus. The Raiders are top 10 in forcing interceptions, and they'll be up against the Broncos, who will be testing that coverage.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Oakland Raiders. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Hey, tight end right. Watch tight end. 734. That one's got 4. Yeah,
This is Cohen on the toss. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And just shedding him off there. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. You talk about explosion plays. Here's one pretty much right out of the gate.
And now they get to ride a wave of emotion, momentum, everything. Just as you described, right out of the gate. Big sprint, touchdown. They're excited. But on the other side, they've got to guard against a major letdown because they hit them right in the gut with that one. And now you start to question yourself a little bit when you give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. A former Cal Bear now, C.J. Anderson on the carry. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Caught. It's Huff. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They go play action here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They run. Anderson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Now Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP Malcolm Smith. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name this up?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year. Carr to throw on second down. That's caught right side by Anderson. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. The play clock's running down. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And he will find his man on the outside. That's 30 yards now in the last two plays, back-to-back 15-yarders, and they're rolling.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Carr now on 1st down. And the catch made by Hilton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
This is Cohen, and an alley to run. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Second and very short here, less than a yard. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Again, it's Cohen. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be a third and about 13. And the tight end goes in motion left. Now this time Carl throw. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he's able to hold on to the football.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down.
Let's go!
On play action, they'll throw. Dancing to his left. And he's got some space here. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll look to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. The gun. They'll look to throw. And Huff reels it in. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the first down yardage before he's brought down. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Now back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lawson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Back to throw here. His pass caught at the 4. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Give this time to the tailback. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Broncos have broken the tie. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So out come the Raiders. They came out not so hot. The first quarter, they were sputtering a little bit. But they seem to have stayed the course and really righted the ship here in the second.
Well, let's face it, all the preparation that goes into getting ready for a game, all the scouting reports, the practice, the repetition. Sometimes you hit a little bit of a lull to start things off. Maybe you get a little flat, but if you put in that time, you put in that effort, it can come back to you, and that's what we're seeing so far.
Now can they keep that momentum going? And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Caught left side by Hilton. T.Y. Hilton, nobody to beat. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. T.Y. Hilton with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Raiders have drawn even here, and they can take the lead with the extra point to come. And this one through the uprights and good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll set up a throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Broncos in their hurry-up trying to get to their positions and get set quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Running back, and he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
He's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2, now third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Broncos on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Halfback sent in motion. They'll look to throw here. And an alley to run. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And to give this time to the tailback. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you cross-country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by David Anderson. Evades the tackler and now some space. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski. Okay, Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they gave up the pick six. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Back to the air on second down. Webb. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Fresh set of downs here. A play fake. Now Webb. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. The big fella past the 20, 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time.
No, because it's exactly...
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Nazir Jones in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. What will Webb try to do here after the sack as he brings his guys up 3rd and long?
Here we go now. Boom, landed. Detroit.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Here's Webb. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And they'll be set up with great field position, as this is going to be touchdown right at the 40-yard line. The fullback comes through with a big play there. And now here come the Raiders. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
Lynch fighting, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first, or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Take it down to the 30-yard line. It appears he'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Throwing now is Carr. And that'll be incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On second down, Lynch. Room here to run. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
On the end around, here comes Smith. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. The offense operating inside the 10 at the 8 here. It's first and goal. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back now in the East Bay. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. The offense on third down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Carr now on third and goal. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Derek Wolfe, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what and the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time He was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing on 3rd and long. Webb. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you...
And it's a fumble. But I think the Raiders are going to be able to hold on to it, yes.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Play clock winding down. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Randy Gregory in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And his kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And, you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Aldon Smith in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. On 2nd down, Webb escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 17.
Here we go. 3-19.
Here's Webb. And he hits Drake. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And they're able to up the lead by one more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Throwing after the interception. Webb can't escape as he goes down. Sheldon Richardson. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, Webb. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him. And that's sack number 12 for him on the year. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Cohen, and a big hit at the end of that one. He's knocked down hard, right at the 10-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They try again with Cohen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And this one is right through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. The offense got the ball in a good spot, but they went nowhere. They settled for 3.
Brandon, I think it's safe to say that was a major disappointment. Had a great opportunity, excellent field position, and did not be able to move the ball at all. Big-time letdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And Denver getting set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows, you may meet up with this team again.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
To throw on 3rd down. Webb. And the Raiders have got him. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. Oh, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down, and they're going to go soft on the corners. 4th down. Webb flushed out right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And his kick is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So the Broncos coming out now. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. He's going to let it fly. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Sean Smith. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And he's able to put it through. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door, and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Throwing after the interception. Webb. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. And now the offense will look to respond after the sack.
All right, here we go. Everyone's got 4 down.
Off play action, it's Webb. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Webb. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Webb going to keep the offense out to go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Demaryius Thomas. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Raiders, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Denver, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville.